Hello, my name is Kalman Reddy, and this is a video of a simple Scratch pen project. I'm going to go get Scratch3, which is the most recent version, and we're going to move it over just a little bit so I have some room. That this over here is showing what I type and what I mouse click. First thing we want to do is we want to say, I'm going to move the, well, first actually, before that, we want to move the sprite way up here. Like that, so. And we're also going to remember where we moved him. Um, Notice it tells us that we're at minus 143 and 131 up. Um, but when this go-to block has the same numbers in it. So after you move the sprite, the go-to block has the same place where you moved him. We're going to start with our standard, start with our standard when the green flag is clicked. We're also going to make sure that the sprite is facing the same direction, namely to the right. So when we click here, nothing happens. If we move him, you see that he goes up. Uh, and if we turn him, I'm going to say turn 15 degrees, and then move him, and we click this, he goes back to the regular position. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw a circle. And to draw a circle, we need to have a pen. In the older Scratch, pen was built in, but in the newer Scratch, you have to get it from this Add Extension button down here, and you have to click on Pen. And what that gives you is another set of blocks. And the thing you always want to do on green flag is erase everything. That gets rid of previously drawn things. But then when you are about to draw, you want to put the pen down. And when you're done drawing, you want to put the pen up. And I'm going to draw 30. I'm going to move 30 steps, so it'll be a 30-step long line. And then after I've drawn that, I'm going to turn my 15 degrees. Now it takes 24 15-degree turns to go all the way around in a circle. So I'm going to put a repeat 24 around this. I have to change the 10 to a 24. And now when I click this, you will see that the sprite goes all the way around. Now you can see when he does that, he sort of turns his around, which probably gets him dizzy. So under motion, you have this setting at the very bottom, which is set rotation style, which I'm also going to put here. And one of the ones you can do is set don't rotate. So now when I click here, he's always facing to the right. Well, he should be if I did this. Now he should always be facing to the right when he draws. Um, and I want him to be a little bit further in because this circle, this first circle is getting to be clipped. So I'm going to make this minus maybe, oops, minus 140 instead of 143. Let's see if that works. Yep. So now the circle just, but yep. So now the circle just grazes. Now that's a perfectly nice little circle. But what we want to do is we want to make a bunch of them. And the way we want to make a bunch of them different is to make it a different number of steps. So one of the features in Scratch is you can have variables. You click on make a variable and it asks you what's your name. And I'm going to say steps. Now notice when we make a variable, it shows up here. That's this little checkbox. If I uncheck it, it doesn't show up. If I do check it, it does show up. This is useful because whenever it changes, you can see that it changed. So at the beginning, you often want to have it checked so you can see it. Uh, but after a while, you um, want it disappeared because it usually gets in the way. Um, the thing you have to do with a variable is you have to first set it to something. So I'm going to set, this is the set block. Um, I'm going to set, and it lets you choose which variable to set. So down here is the steps variable I just created, and I want to set it to 30. And that means that now steps has the value 30. And so I can just use steps instead of the 30 inside of here. So it's going to move however many steps the steps variable says to move. So we create this, and then we do this. It looks exactly the same because we started out with a variable of step. But one thing you can do is you can change a variable. And I'm going to change this variable by -10, which means I'm going to subtract 10 from it. So that means I'm going to use the variable value, but then I'm going to change it the next time. So the first time it's the same, but now it's, ah, I changed it after I did the, no, that should be right. Oh, that's because I changed the wrong thing. It says I changed my variable. I didn't pick steps. So I am changing my variable, but nobody's using my variable and looking at it, so it doesn't matter. So now what's happening is the first time it's the same, but the next time it's smaller. So I actually want to change it by less than that. I want to change it by 1, let's say. We're going to start out again, erase everything. We're going to do the first one, that's 30. This one's going to be 29. This one's going to be 28. This one's, etc. So I think I don't want to go all the way to 0. So I'm going to put this in a repeat uh, of 25. 25. Oops, I did 4. I want 5. There, 25. So let's erase everything. And now we'll do this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So the last circle we drew was at steps 5. Um, And so I think that I'm happy with that. So I'm now going to join this so that now when we click the green flag, everything happens. Um, I'm going to erase this. I'm going to look at it full screen. Oops. Before I do that, now I don't want steps here. I want to go to variables, and I unclick this checkbox here next to steps. And now I can go like this, and we can do erases everything, and he goes around and around and around and around, drawing this little sort of picture of a tower that he's standing on. Anyway, that's an example of a very simple Scratch project using the pen. Happy scratching!